What is your name, please?
My name is Charles P. Sheridan.
What is your name, please?
My name is Charles P. Sheridan.
What is your name, please?
My name is Charles P. Sheridan.
Two of these people are imposters. Only one of them is the real Charles P. Sheridan, and is the only one sworn to tell the truth. And here is our host, Bud Collier.
Thank you very much, and welcome once again to our game of deliberate misrepresentation, wherein our panel endeavors to figure out which one of three challengers has sworn to tell the truth. Tell the Truth is brought to you each week by Geritol, America's #1 tonic, the high-potency tonic that helps you feel stronger fast. And now let's meet our cross-examiners. What is your name, please?
My name is Polly Bergen.
My name is Don Amici.
My name is Kitty Carlisle.
My name is Hy Gardner.
Now, these three gentlemen all claim to be Charles P. Sheridan. Only one, of course, is the real Captain Sheridan. The other two have merely assumed that identity, and they do not have to stick to the truth. Panel, may I ask you now to follow along with your copies of an affidavit that should be in front of you as I read from the original. I, Charles P. Sheridan, am captain of a New York harbor tugboat. I'm also a licensed harbor pilot. Part of my job is the docking and undocking of the major ocean liners plying the North Atlantic. After a short time in the merchant marine, I switched to tugboats when I was 18. I was once cited by the Life-Saving Benevolent Association and by the United States Coast Guard for rescue work during a marine disaster. Signed, Charles P. Sheridan. All right, panel, these three gentlemen all claim to be Captain Sheridan, tugboat captain. Only the real Captain Sheridan, of course, is sworn to answer your questions truthfully, and each of you will question as usual until you hear this signal. At the end of the questioning period, you will be asked to register your vote for the one who, in your opinion, is the real Captain Sheridan. And we'll begin tonight's questioning with Don Amici. Don?
Number one, where do you meet the liners?
Beg pardon, sir?
No, number one, where do you meet the liners?
At 23rd Street, North River, sir.
Two?
About there, yes.
Number three?
You pick them up between 22nd and 23rd. It's unofficial. It's not the official status there, but you do pick them up around there.
I see. Number one, or number two, what piers do the Kennard ships dock at?
The Kennard ship's dock at Pier 90 and Pier 92.
Pier 90 and 92. Number three?
Yes, sir.
Number one?
Both captains are right, sir.
Number three, what streets would that represent in New York, where these two piers are?
45th.
45th, number one?
I can give you a tip, Don. If you subtract 40 from the name of the pier, or the number of the pier, you've got the street.
Just like Park Avenue, 34 is the number, huh?
Kitty Carlisle.
Number one, in the old steamship days, they used to clean out the funnels of the boats. They had a special name for it. Do you know the name of it? What was it called?
It is old. Blowing the stack, I believe.
Blowing the stack. Is that what it comes from, do you think? When we
Our
say we
present
blow
expression?
our stack? Number two, can you explain the fact that a fraction of an inch with a big ocean liner could make matchsticks out of a pier? How is it with the changing tides and winds this never happens? The Queen Mary never goes into a pier or a dock.
Well, I guess that's because the towboat men do the job.
Competent men do the job. Number three, can you tell me what is the language of the whistle? Can you toot right and left? Just toot right and left for
Yes,
me.
what you can do there, if a boat is stationary and you whistle once, he proceeds slowly. If he's stationary and you proceed over, he's moving slowly, and you give a series of short blasts on a whistle, he must proceed full speed ahead.
I have to give you a short signal on that. Hi?
Number one, who is the man who runs the lighthouse? The
Harry
lighthouse,
Lattimore.
I mean, is the home for sailors.
His name, sir, or his
Yes,
title?
his name.
Harry Lattimore.
Number two, do you know his name?
No, sir, I do
Number
not.
three?
No, sir, I do not.
Number one, what happened early in World War II to the steamship Normandy?
It caught fire at its pier and capsized from an over quantity of water, which...
Number 2, do you know what pier that was at?
That was the French Line Pier, Pier 88, North River.
Polly?
Number 1, what is a knee?
In the old ships, when they were made of wood, it was the ribs. Present ships are made mostly of steel, and the word isn't very much
I
used.
see. Number 3, where was the knee located?
The knee is in the hull of the boat. It's the ribs that go around even yet. It's right there in the hull of the boat.
I see.
The ribs.
Number 3, if I were on a ship crossing your bow, under what condition would you blow your whistle?
If you crossed our bow?
Yeah.
I think the whole crew would come up with all blow.
That's as good a time as any.
Wasn't very
Blow my
helpful.
stack here. Shows when you'd get a whistle. However, our time is gone. Now it's time to vote with our consultation. Will you please mark your ballots and select number 1, number 2, or number 3. Remember, please, the team of challengers will get $250 for every incorrect vote. All right, Polly, all set, huh? For whom did you vote this time?
I voted for number 2. And actually, I voted for number 2 because my daughter says the reason why I'm stupid is that I should always vote for the one who's very quiet and doesn't say anything because he's the real one.
Your daughter says this?
Yeah.
That's only because she's picking on you because today's her birthday, isn't it?
Oh, she's very impossible. She's 11 today. She's getting too big.
Don, what about your vote?
I voted for number 1. He looks like he could tug the most.
And how about you, Kitty?
I voted for number 1. I'm sure it's Hive mixed me up again, but the man that said he knew the head of the lighthouse, and it looked like it was right, so I voted for number 1.
And Hi, Gardner, for whom
How
did
did
you
you know
vote?
it was right?
I didn't.
I voted for number 2. I was going to vote for number 1 because I thought that he had more push in him than anybody else. But I voted for number 2. He looks to me like the kind of a man who would be the captain of a tugboat.
There's a little excess baggage thrown at you before the votes are even tallied, but in any event, our minds are made up, and we hope yours are too, or if you're sort of guessing along with us at home. Let's see whether you were right or how many of our panelists were right as we find out right now which one of these gentlemen is the real tugboat captain. So, will the real Charles P. Sheridan please stand up? All right, number...
Your daughter.
Well, listen, I got a whole system worked out now.
Thank you, Captain Sheridan. Number 1, would you tell us who you really are and what you do, please?
My name is William Jensen. I'm in the advertising business in New York City.
Good actor, too. And number 3, what about you, sir?
My name is Joe McGuire, and I work for the architectural firm of DeYoung, Moskowitz, and Rosenberg as an expediter.
Well, as you can see by our tote board, or whatever you want to call it, there were exactly 2 incorrect votes at $250 each, for a total of $500 from Geritol. Thank you, gentlemen. Hope you enjoyed your visit. We did. Good night and good luck. Have our next team of challengers, please.
What is your name, please?
My name is Natalie DeBlois.
What is your name, please?
My name is Natalie DeBlois.
What is your name, please?
My name is Natalie DeBlois.
All right, panel, will you follow along with your copies of this affidavit? I, Natalie DeBlois, am a registered architect and member of the New York chapter of the American Institute of Architects. I am employed as a senior designer and an associate in the architectural firm of Skidmore, Owings, and Merrill, and have worked as a senior designer on buildings both here and abroad, including 2 American consulates in Germany and one of the Hilton chain of international hotels. I am currently working as a senior designer on the new block square 50-story high Union Carbide building now under construction in New York. I am married and the mother of 4 children. Signed, Natalie DeBlois. Now, panel, as you heard, these three ladies all claim to be Natalie DeBlois, architect. Remember again that only the real Natalie DeBlois is required to answer your questions truthfully. And as soon as our challenges are all settled, let's start this round with Hy Gardner. Hy, please.
Number one, you just designed, it says here, the 50-story building for the Union Carbide building. What hotel was on the premises before you started to dig up the entire area?
The Hotel Marguerite.
Number two, architects are, they tell me, a rather small fraternal group. Would you know which actress is the granddaughter of Frank Lloyd Wright?
I believe it is Natalie Wood.
Number three, would you know?
No, I'm afraid I won't.
Number one, would you know?
No, I don't know.
To which, number three, to which of the Gabor sisters was Mr. Hilton, who was your boss in one hotel? Which one was he married to?
I think the blondest one.
What year was
Bergen, please.
Number one, do you know anything about the architectural firms in Los Angeles?
I know the names.
Could you tell me who designed, the architect that designed the Prudential Life Insurance building?
I'm sorry,
Number
I don't
two,
know.
could you tell me?
No, I don't know.
Number three?
No.
You don't know anything about Los Angeles, obviously. That makes it very rough because that's all I know about. Number two, what is the name of Frank Lloyd Wright's home?
It's Tiazen in Wisconsin.
In Wisconsin.
Yes.
Number three, where in Wisconsin is Tiazen?
I don't recall. It's, that I know it's called Tiazen, North.
That's
all I know about it.
Don Amici?
Number three, what is calculus?
Calculus is another form of mathematics.
Where would you study that, in high school or college?
Either. If you were you'd usually study it in college, but you could study it in high school if you were.
Number one, do you have to have an A.B. degree or a B.S. degree before you study architecture?
No, you don't.
You do not. Number two?
No, you do not.
Number three?
No.
Number one, where would you study in France if you went there to study architecture?
At the École des Beaux-Arts.
Number three?
Sorbonne.
Number three?
I would study at the École des Beaux-Arts.
Number one, what is odd about the Imperial Hotel in Tokyo?
Its ability to withstand earthquakes.
That would be odd there. Kitty?
Number one, who is Le Corbusier?
He's a famous Swiss architect.
Number two, what is a flying buttress?
It's a form of support very often used in the Gothic type of architecture.
Number three, what is an ogive?
An ogive is a junction used in olden architecture, which was actually the point on which the column rests for the greatest stress.
Number one, can you tell me any new features that are going to be in your building? There's so many buildings going up. Anything special?
Afraid we'll have to delay finding out because it's time to vote, panel. Without consultation, will you please mark your ballots and select number one, number two, or number three? Polly?
Oh, I don't. Oh.
Ready?
All right, but you hurried me.
I'm sorry, didn't mean to rush. I really delayed quite a little while. Now, for whom did you vote?
Well, my daughter didn't help me this time because they all talked about the same. I voted for number one. I wasn't sure. At the first, it sounded like I thought number two said the name better than number one, but maybe number one doesn't say her last name very often.
Okay, Don, if you can survive that one, what's yours?
Yes, I can survive that. I'll vote for number two, and it's a pure guess. I just couldn't distinguish between
I think
any
it
one of
is
the three.
two. I think it's number two.
Kitty, how about your choice?
Well, I voted for number one. This time, Hy didn't mix me up because I don't think Natalie Wood is related to our friend. And I think it's number one.
And you think it is what number,
You're
Hy?
right, it's Ann Baxter.
That's what I thought.
I also voted for number one. And no real reason excepting I noticed that she was blinking a lot, and I imagine that off the stage she wears glasses because she has to do a lot of work with blueprints. That's just a hunch.
Well, there you have it. The votes are in. Mine's made up. Let's find out right now which one of these three very charming ladies is the real architect. So, will the real Natalie DeBlois please stand up? You did well. You did very well there tonight. Real well.
She said, who did I vote for?
Thank you, Ms. DeBlois. And number two, would you tell us who you really are and what you do?
My name is Jane Weddock. I'm a public relations consultant with the Chesapeake and Potomac Airways. That's a special helicopter service.
What's your story?
My name is Rita Hunt. I'm a writer by profession, specializing in poetry.
Well, there we have it, panel, and you did real well. You had 3 right and only 1 incorrect vote for a total of $250 from Geritol. Thanks for visiting us, ladies. It was fun for us. I hope it was for you. Good night and good luck. Now, we'll meet a new set of challengers in just a moment. We have our third team of challengers, please.
What is your name, please?
My name is Ernestine Russell.
What is your name, please?
My name is Ernestine Russell.
What is your name, please?
My name is Ernestine Russell.
Once again, panel, may I direct your attention to your copies of another affidavit as I read it. I, Ernestine Russell, am a gymnast. Although I am a student at an American university, I am Canadian and was voted Canada's outstanding woman amateur athlete in 1953, 1954, and 55. I have won the Canadian Women's Gymnastic Championship the last 4 years in a row. In 1955, I entered the United States Championships, won every event, and took the U.S. title. I hope to go to Moscow in July of this year for the World Gymnastic Championships. Signed, Ernestine Russell. These 3 nice young ladies all claim to be Ernestine Russell, champion gymnast. Again, question until you hear the signal, and we'll begin this round with Polly Bergen. Polly?
Oh, thank you, Bud. Number 1, what exactly do gymnastics consist of?
Well, parallel bars, horse vaulting.
What?
Horse vaulting.
Horse vaulting?
Yes.
What, do you vault over horses?
Uh-huh.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
There's a padded thing in a gym that's called a horse, you know.
Oh, I thought they really jumped over horses.
No. All right.
I was just going to ask her if they were moving at the time. Then it's more sort of like it's a high-class tumbling. Is that it?
That's right.
Oh.
Yeah.
And number 2, it says here that you entered the United States Championships, but you're from Canada. Where are you from in Canada?
Windsor, Ontario.
I see. Number 3, where are you from?
Windsor, Ontario.
Number 1?
Windsor, Ontario.
Oh, shoot. I was in hopes one of them was from Montreal, because that's the only one I know anything about.
Los Angeles and Montreal.
They're from the wrong
Donna.
parts of the state this week. I don't know.
Don Amici.
Did I notice a bandage on your leg, number 1? All 3 of you have it, do they not? Do you not?
Yes.
Number 1, the other 2 are faking with that bandage, are they not?
Yes, they are.
Number 2, how would you answer that question?
Yes, they are faking.
Number 3, both girls agree that you're faking. You are faking, aren't you?
I'm not.
All right, unravel that one.
Well, I know who to vote for now. I don't know why you don't.
Number 1, what province is Windsor in?
Ontario.
Ontario. Where did the U.S. finish in the last Olympics, number 2, in gymnastics?
I believe they finished something like 8th.
Kitty?
Number 1, what is a trampoline?
It's a bed-like thing that gives up and down.
Yeah, we're a little late, folks, so good night.
Do you ever use a trampoline, number 2?
Yes, but not in competitions, not national competitions.
Number 3, can you tell me what you do with your trophies?
I put them on the mantelpiece.
Are they small enough to put on the mantelpiece?
Yes.
Doesn't everyone? Hi.
Kitty, I think I ought to set you straight. A trampoline is a bed used for people with tired blood.
Nobody on this show has it.
Number 2, which country won the last Olympic gymnastics events?
Russia.
Number 1, where did gymnastics originate? I mean, both the word and the country.
Well, I'm not too sure, but I think it was back in Greece.
Number 3, would you know?
In Greece.
Number 2, what is the difference between a buck, a side horse, and a long horse?
Well, a buck is $1, and that's all I can tell you from here on, because our time is gone. Hi, I'm sorry to have to interrupt. Will you please mark your ballots without consultation and vote for number 1, number 2, or number 3? Oh, Polly's in one of those deep studies again. Have you marked your ballot yet? There it goes. Okay, for whom did you vote, Polly?
I wanted to get them all right tonight, but I probably missed this one. I voted for number 3.
Mm-hmm.
Because when, and I forget which one it was, asked, oh, it's Don, asked whether she was or wasn't. I thought she said it sort of with an English accent, and don't they have English accents in Windsor, Ontario, or is that French?
I'm sorry, Polly, no more questions.
Could I change my vote?
No, I'm sorry, too. Don, how about your selection?
I voted for number 3 because she looks most like the girl gymnast I'd like to have on my team of gymnasts.
Uh-huh. Okay, Kitty, your
Well, I
vote?
put down number 3, but I changed it to number 2.
Mm-hmm.
I voted for number 2. I don't know why.
And hi, Gardner, your selection, please.
Well, I voted for number 2 also. I think, she knew some of the answers about Russia winning the last Olympics. And secondly, and the best reason is that she looks a little bit like Polly Bergen's daughter, who has a birthday today. So as a tribute to your daughter's birthday, I voted for 2.
Oh.
You there?
I must say, we all tried to figure out how I could say happy birthday to my daughter. That's why
Oh, you
I
just
said
said it.
that. I know. That was me. Thank you.
All right. We're all set now to find out whether you're right or wrong and how well you did. You've had a real good score tonight, and I do hope that you continue it up through this point. So keep your fingers crossed. Take a deep breath as we find out which one of these pretty young ladies is the real lady gymnast. All right. Will the real Ernestine Russell please stand up? Oh, dear. Thank you very much, Russell. Number 2, would you tell us who you really are and what you do?
My name is Joanne Doughty, and I'm a professional figure skater currently with Ice Follies here in New York.
And number 3, what about you?
My name is Fran Dempster. I'm a costume cocktail waitress at the Gaslight Club Incorporated on East 56th Street.
Well, you had a clean sweep there, young ladies. You got yourself, with absolutely all incorrect votes, a total of $1,000 from Geritol. Enjoy it. Good night, and the best of good luck to you. Except to remind you all to do what I'm going to do on Saturday night. Watch Polly Bergen's show. Good night, panel.
Good night, Bud.
Now, this is Bud Collier saying good night from Geritol, the fast-acting, high-potency tonic that helps you feel stronger fast, and reminding you to tell the truth. Good night, everybody.
To Tell the Truth is a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production, in association with the CBS Television Network. Miss Bergen and Miss Carlisle sound by Florence Lustig.